94.7 Asempa FM. Ekosiisen dwumedi no asuguso a utie no ma yenna munyinara ase se matwen yen ama yakọ asan aba. Na hey, interesting. Now him say Imposition of Restrictions Act no say ubu mra ne so a sanctions no between 12,000 to 60,000 say a fine wa between 12,000 to 60,000 and or 4 to 10 years in prison. Wow. Hey, you know, into 12,000 to 60,000. That's the fine if you fall foul of the Imposition of Restrictions Act. 12,000 to 60,000 in the 120 million to 600 million. That's the range. Into judge, you know, you send the discretion. I'll share with him. I was like, we share the 50,000 Ghana. Went to me and to ya, and also based on one discretion between 4 to 10 years. To beat my mouth there. The lowest, which is 4, and I said the maximum, which is 10 years. Hey, the men go ye no wako, men go beach no wako 10 years. Uti ate poto inti asem kese. But I would see one of the things when you pass here, Emma Mone say the deputy ministers veteran nsono niome akoso wo ho. In fact, enra from reporter yensa kano Parliament Appointment Committee, you know, at the committee level, approve almost all the nominees have on the name, apart from lawyer Andre Japamesa, MP for second D. Almost in the normal suspended. Now, committees one person who share video ni biu inya nioma. Oh dear, let me speak to our parliamentary correspondent, Nidin Eddie Joseph Opoku Gakpo. Gakpo na etesai.
Obi, nyamia do me hoye. O don ho tese.
Nyamia do me te won kana ache.
O ko share himfa. Na se ya sementon ka bi say. Communist inferior tactics.
Charlie. Ba me jiri se bibi aboko.
Nyamia do bibi aboko. Your parliament has ya monitor.
Yeah, me metimi ho. Enti sisi ano enra yete se committee no etna say after the close of the day's work. No more your imagine say omo approve almost all the nominees about one name apart from Andre Japamesa. In some the same part in the city.
And you know, going into the full details in a jiffy. Then so latest developing angle not just the movie in Evertina almost nothing. Almost agree that they will recommend Andre Japamesa for approval as Deputy Minister for Energy.
Oh, okay.
After some deliberating on issues, no, both the minority side and then the majority side. That's the latest development. Many member of the committee on the minority side, Mahama Yarega, just 4 or 5 minutes ago, and he confirmed that to us. All the concerns that they had about the Japamesa's approval, no, resolve, yeah, minority side, no, they are clear in their mind that issues now, but they can't hold the issues against him. That's actually the latest development of that. But just to go to Nura and to then raise the issues, no. MPs no more minority side of the appointment committee, no more raising against Ora Japamesa or deputy minister designate for energy. First of all, no, they raise concerns. PDS deal, no. Company B is part of the consortium for the PDS deal. I from TGS Energy Solutions. NASA company, no, Andre Japamesa, and the company secretary. No, na a Boamo Incorporated company, no, some years ago. From the explanation that came from Mr. Japamesa, no, that was his only involvement in TG Solutions. As far as incorporation, no air concern. On your shareholder, our company, Obuamo Incorporated, and I know your company secretary, and I know sire director. Subsequently, no PDS arrangements, ne buy, no. that company was one of the several companies no more forming consortium. And Mr. Japan Mrs. explanation in say he wasn't involved in PDS no. Na on your almost secretary na on cap processes and one of the issues by a brand normal veteran and then say assembly bar floor of parliament and now or more approving would declare the interest say or some form of interest in the PDS deal and he insisted say as far as unknown understanding your concern only any interest in PDS deal no, because TG's Energy Solutions no is just a company part of consortium now that eventually gave them to PDS no now minority MPs no do wanna and TSSR, which was one of the concerns that they had. And then the other concern was Obekaya government announced a PDS deal no or air cancel deal no then Energy Minister Peter Mbeuba Beka say na government air cancel because insurance guarantee na a one no detective fraud insurance guarantee na already Japamesa then and even now no making point now he still stands by it now say he saw that Energy Minister Nasem no say the deal was abrogated because there was fraud no only Energy Minister then no disagree. He had repeatedly made that point then and no repeat. Those are the two issues and minority MPs ni hold against me say ministry but ministry no official position on PDS deal was that it had been abrogated because of fraud. And I also hold a different opinion. No, eventually in the course of deliberations, no, on one backtrack, following a lot of interrogation, that okay, so almost say there was fraud. Then he agrees. Then another indication was that minority MPs nation person could review tape no more to properly understand the position on the PDS issue having to do with the alleged fraud. No, so those were the two issues. And no, I'm moving vetting no vetting nipa for a Reverend John Tim Forger for Education Ministry, Sansona George Mekuduka for Land and Natural Resources Ministry, Sansona Obekaya Ora Japamesa for the Energy Ministry, and then vete a fourth person in Rano. At the end of the day, no MPs no okay, no say they are recommending them for approval at the committee level. But then they held on to Red Japamesa Diana. No more review tapes, no more further deliberations. They will eventually take a decision on when the way forward will be. The latest update, no, send an American and say, the new Rama Hamayarega, our member of the appointment committee, Ekasai a while ago. No, it's them say, no minority for no air withdraw more consent now. Say the two issues having to do with the use of the word fraud and otherwise, and disagreeing, no. Samson has the other issue having to do with his involvement in PDS, no. To quote Mr. Yaregano, or say, weighty issues based on which they can withhold or be appointment as deputy minister. A committee, appointment committee, is recommending Andrea Japamesa for approval as deputy finance minister. Our recommendation a floor, and then eventually, we are waiting for the House to then go ahead and do the necessary approval. So
okay.
That's the latest development.
In this recommendation, we expect to have a floor and
so then what has happened is that the committee is still putting together its report.
Okay.
Into ABR later in the week or sometime next week. And you can say that report but by consensus, they've agreed that they will recommend him for approval, even as the committee begins writing its report.
And so far, deputy ministers are saying appear before the committee to be vetted.
So far, we've had a deputy ministers, NIPA 8, appear before the committee to be vetted.
Okay.
On Monday, they had the first 4 appear, and then another 4 appear. Earlier in the day, Bright Rekubrobeya, or deputy minister designate for employment and labor relations, to appear. And among the responses on my say where employment NPP government I deliver since 2017 now. The figure stands as 3.8 million now from the latest figures that he has at the employment ministry. So Bekaya, Ura Ignatius Bafwe, when he appeared before the committee in January, he indicated that as at September 2020, the figure stood at 3 million. 3 million as of September 2020 from the disclosure that Ura Ignatius Bafo Wamaye, that was in January 2021. But the updated figure is now 3.8 million from the disclosures made by MP for Herman Lower Dentra, right?
Okay.
Right, Rekubube, our Deputy Employment Minister Designate. So I know it was one of the issues that came up at the vet. And apart from Onono, today again we've had a Deputy Minister Designate for Youth and Sports, Ura Evans Pokububie. Previously, now Deputy Bono Regional Minister or rise even to the level of Minister or Honor. He is heading to that ministry. Or my a lot of assurances there. They will invest more in developing juvenile sports and sports infrastructure. And you also know about on there. And then apart from in cancer Wedu, our MP for one of the affiliated areas. She's been nominated to the road ministry, and also appear before the committee. We gather that the committee will go ahead and okay her for approval. And then Deputy Defense Minister Designate, our MP for Agyapong, and also appear before the committee. So those 4 appeared today in Nano. We had another team of 4, more or less earlier, also appearing. Throughout the week, 4 and mobile appear. By next week, Tuesday, they will vet the last of them. And the final person on the list is Marco Kekumacha, Deputy Minister Designate for the Ministry of Tourism and Culture.
Okay.
Next week Tuesday, expecting a turn to there.
Ononso ebeba. And so far, vetting of deputy minister started, 8. And I have vetted one so far. And Umunyana no committee, from information I recommend one for approval, right?
Precisely. So
okay.
Time be an movie meeting now, then they just take a decision on them at the end of the day, even as Omo Clark not here to write the report, and that's fine. Omo appear before the committee. Apart from Ura Japames Omo wait hold the approval now, and they decided to approve. All of them Omo appear. The committee is going ahead to recommend them for the necessary approval.
Okay, Joseph, my nase na bibiania would come back. Why?
Obi, just to then correct this. So
okay.
That's fine. 12 of them have appeared.
Okay, nipa 12 now about vetting.
Okay. 12 of them. Let me say they one if
okay.
We had Obi Amoa as well as Augustine Collins in team. Both of whom are headed to the Ministry of
Local Government.
Local Government.
Yeah.
Sansona, Deputy Minister Designate for the Finance Ministry, Abena Oseasa.
Okay.
Is the other individual who's also been vetted. And then we have Charles Dubois, who is a Minister of State. So, 11 deputy ministers, 1 Minister of State have been vetted.
Fantastic. Joseph, let me see. There is a question here. Okay. We hear, sir, there is a case involving an MPN and a family. If I COVID, honey, are they saying?
Yes. Understandably, the identity of the individual in question cannot be put out there, but we've had the confirmation that a member of parliament has actually tested positive and is currently in quarantine alongside the family now. From what we gather, the situation is a stable one. Currently, his condition is quite stable. All the necessary efforts are being made to ensure that and that has raised questions about what exactly should be happening in terms of MPs observing the various COVID-19 protocols. I don't know has become the topical issue in the House today. Ura Menta Kando is insisting that all MPs should get tested for COVID-19 all over again. Other MPs, and so the indication is that a number of them have actually not taken their COVID-19 jabs, particularly the second dose now. MPs are being encouraged to go ahead and take their second jab. Indeed, that's the development there. From what we gather, the MP is in stable condition. But then it's expected that sometimes soon leadership will roll out more measures to actually ensure that MPs will be safe going forward.
Joseph Mianase, Yabesa Reading Comobio. Why? Joseph Opoku Gakpo, any attending Kano, Parliamentary Affairs Correspondent, Ekosiisen Suni. Enti, said the kind at the share see and say and on social media this voice has been trending. Professor Ken Attafuah Muntie.
The president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, I should make sure no party executives are hired in the process. On pese obeja legacy bia ekunkwasi a party for edi ogu iwu. Or pese ye building a neutral public service. Neutrality is one of the principles of public service and political neutrality. Entino ye de emra esi yenye. And no so make us mampeni fuaswo. Neutrality. Na omumwa ye nintima adwuma no.
And I think that was Professor Ken Attafuah speaking to Angel FM in Kumasi and this answer me etruja for the benefit of more afina more joining you. My answer in TBU.
The president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, or charge me say I should make sure no party executives are hired in the process. On pese obeja legacy bia ekunkwasi a party for edi ogu iwu. Or per se building a neutral public service. Neutrality is one of the principles of public service and political neutrality. Entino ye de emra esi yenye. And no so make us mampeni fuaswo. Neutrality. Na omumwa ye nintima adwuma no.
Okay. And the Professor Ken Attafuah voice no and no CEO National Identification Authority. And he raises the issue of political neutrality as one critical thing in the public service. Now, MP for Ascent Central, Kennedy, Akompreko, Agyapong. Honorable Akwaba, Napom to say.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Now, sir, utie voice ami boy the professor of law, ejina the fact say the public service in Ghana is politically neutral. And I say, and only the president that say, on build the system politically being neutral, a professional service, or NIA. Why should anybody have a problem with answer me, Mepacho?
I have a very big problem with what the man is saying. First of all, even if San a president and any kind do you think the professor should come publicly to say this is what the president has charged him to do? One, if I say on any position, a political neutrality, but have common sense to ask simple question to make him look so ridiculous. First question, say, or not the position, a political neutrality, because what? President Akufo-Addo was starting national identification, whatever. This man was in charge.
Yes.
Good. NDC for Baomi anything.
Omu yini free ho.
Good. Oma yini free ho. So NDC for our power. Sir Professor we Omu yini free ho. MPP for about power.
Ekosiisen
and one sign identify. And in the political neutrality are all king. All Kasana who think free. Any day. I'm not for me, Papa. Now, any prism says the way I used to SCA charges. I'm on a platform be a friend of critical thinkers, MPP. I tell you, the year so. Dangerous for the man's statement. Say, Nana Akufo-Addo says we should not be employed. Master, I have over 1,000. Nana Akufo-Addo says we should not be employed. Official Asama Papai, Ekojina Hokai, Hebabwa MPP party. Political neutrality on 2024. Mr. Attafuah and Professor Attafuah. Nakofa political neutrality for Nefomukoye campaign. Na onfa enkoye campaign. Ya unim yenti amani abre no. Enyere ya dia meye papa no. Mi be wura program ase. E wo Tesco. Enti na me ntimi enche. Na me analyze the involvement. I'll incite every MPP member on Yajuma against this man.
On Asempa FM.
Demonstration all over the country. Say, Yamakufu time when you need a demonstration. Because I feel the CBS or party. You have to be young for Yajuma. Chemical Bequai and Yancy Bequai, baby any horror. So,
Yes.
11:45 p.m. Na party for a 11:45. The party for a change. In Germany, only Ghana for. It's me for Majuma. Yeah, me Yakran said. Obi Batina Castle, MPP Castle, was careful. I didn't call hospital by MPP in Tiny View. I didn't call program Cantamantua. Nani. Me didn't call hospital. The Dimsa. Yaba power Mumsukrano. Me money call hospital. Ye say. And I just found me who said, if what that is what the president said. The president is who actually said, you did campaign it, you were you. I know that man will never say that.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
I know that
FM.
man will never say that. Or Pegana ye and will pay MPPs. So you make that statement. There's so making statement now. Yadai also.
Yeah, but Osha the basis for the statement now.
Opinion
On
is
only
no
reference
basis.
the
Opinion is
public
no basis.
service law say the public
Mistake,
service
no
here
basis.
politically
Let me
neutral.
tell you something.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you something. The ban has no basis. Basis in the saying, Nana, youth organizer.
Yeah, Henry Nanabuachi, Nana B.
Good. New brother. And a year IT specialist. Our new national identification.
Asempa
So basis. President Attafuah Nana Katilan said that is the guy who was given appointment to. Me kwa India pa. Maybe I need the amount at FW. Please stop your basis. A different basis. I see a Ukraine or Nimuka Yanfama. We a lawyer. I'm here for Attorney General. I just spoke to Parliament. I'm so cooperate. I'm so political neutrality. We can. Yeah, now cooperate. A speaker, you were the last but one. He marked himself with SM platitudes. Or you be one a pre-parliament.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Worry, Kabaku worry. I don't know what you think the say. Me say, wouldn't you want political neutrality? I don't think MPP here. Everybody, other press over Speaker of Parliament. Please, Yanya Mofra. What go MPP party am I? Yeah, don't see Yamishano. What him saying your voice next? Are you saying fair? As some of Kayi and the President Kufuado. Every me have a free party for. See any then. I am passport Kaya. And what the other teacher? Oh, but can't you see anything? You have a fair one.
No, but are you saying by this, say yeah, obi head of a public agency, on fan the party for Unkwani Ngumu?
What is wrong with the party for me? And this is what I've been control. And President Kufuor Friso. Not
Asempa FM.
Yafa, I saw your form more training. And this is what woman in Eddie. I'm some of the Mamma Kayabakos. Monkayabakos. Ye woman, if you want more training, ye woman. May I find people and this here, I don't have a problem because I but for you to say fair,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
and Oma high back from Legon, as I but not on APTA MPP assembly. Now, now, Obinsunam or your campaign maintain find this better power. We are political neutrality. Into we are not on me say, Mamma, no question. Only Yano. Why are you on Wakokat with him? Take a nice man. I did a year this week. So I resign. MPP on the co-position to talk. Social platforms to boys, you know, say the most charge here. Already there were problems. And I thought we are a same way. But we are party now, we're going to complete if they don't know.
But why should he resign? Say yes, said you know say Omanpenyi legacy no say the president wants to leave a legacy say
you see what time make this statement and say and what for party for the one what TMP to watch him. What did he attempt big time? Or party say any day uncle school. O party for records MPP for any NDC for and he for na school for him to make that statement. Check your records. NPP and
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
For you to say, oh, fat NPP for Gumwa.
Or say president say emanem fa party executives.
Monkwaji records from Parliament House. Say, Obaya obe pay speaker no. Odi saying political neutrality. I didn't know Professor Kefa, a speaker of Parliament. I didn't know NDC Abreso, Professor Kefa, one co-contest, and I want for application who person is speaker, and only do as a Are. Yeah. And Polani came. And you may want to say, Manu well. Hey, you bet your party, Nessie Hobia. Hey, now I know President Attafuah the way he loves this party. Well, good name as Papa. Master, me watching I can be they will move deep President Attafuah whatever. Casting insinuation. There are two hashtags. Attafuah says we should not be employed. Youth. Attafuah says we should not be employed. Youth. Serious damage that this man has done to us.
Asempa FM.
And then there's some crowd of cancer test.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
They were not whole. What am I going to tell them? What am I going to tell them? Now see me and party my party for the Yanko Yajuma. One will call the Bakobi. Why and will call the Bakobi. Make catch him a leader of the parliamentary leadership catch him. Attafuah Shia, so at least any MPs. So far, even 264 constituencies in the 3 free more. MPs, will be who so a Juma Bomanyabi. That is how we do politics. Okay, you say, and you're Mukwana MPP for no or Kona Assassin. And no mass for him to destroy our party. Say what was assassin? No one assassin Papa Ben. Assassin Papa Ben. Our torn assassin Obegu MPP party. Who the Obehu now could demonstrate? I say, they were messy charge, and nobody can stop me. Nobody. But messy a party.
No, but if indeed the president catch her on all car, what would your demonstration do?
Would you baby a demonstration and I can we are the party. The president will be in a local of party. Yeah, you won't give you who. South on the Kaya, I am passer on the Kaya. President in Yano, my son, the Kaya. You are from the human and woman. I think.
My nurse, honorable. You best answer the incomobile. You best say the incomo. The honorable Kennedy or Agyapong and Mutin and Ekosiisen Suni a higher Asempa 94.7 FM. Maminfa we income just a correction. So far, deputy ministers are go through vetting 820. And yet 12, 820 into Joseph Obogu Gapo and this latest information about Joseph. Thank you. Into so far 20 deputy ministers, minister nominees, and are before the committee. But what do you also think? The position of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong on this, unfortunately, Nimren inti Musa some of the other questions are near Pese Yebusa. But critically, this is what Professor Ken Attafuah said. A lot of people on social media are livid at the comment. But really, TNUBU.
The president on Asempa FM or charge me say I should make sure no party executives are hired in the process. On pese obeja legacy bia e kunkwasi a party for e de ogu inu.
Hey, papa no so kan semo. O se president a share say no party executives. Enti Say part no more party members and no more party executives. Ain't it, is it the case that party members can be employed, but party executives, do you know? Because the president can say he doesn't want a case that party executives will be employed in the process. And I want to believe, say, process staff are not offer or more or NIA or more not your registration any at the identity. Listen to it again.
The president, His Excellency Nana Attafuah, or charge me say I should make sure no party executives are hired in the process. On pese obeja legacy bia e kunkwasi a fat party for e dey go no. Or pese you building a neutral public service. Neutrality is one of the principles of public service and political neutrality. Entino ye de emra esi yenye. And no so make us mampeni fuaso. Neutrality. Now
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Okay, into political neutrality. That is what the public service should be. I will say politically neutral. And according to another President Esheno, say no party executive should be employed. Into a party executive, Professor Attafuah drink. We say, Obi, I don't think the NPP party members are from Kosovo or Cambodia who don't have the requisite requirements to be employed in state institutions. Mr. Attafuah's statement is misguided and a fatal one. And the earlier he's kicked out, the better. But Obi, Sir President Aka Sema Cherewa, do you have to blow that in public domain? The man isn't a true party man. Best wishes to Dr. Prince Ama. Kabiesi, he's in 2nd. Wait, sir. Obi, good afternoon. Please, I suggest you call Prof. Attafuah to hear his side of the story after talking to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, okay? Eric and Hacho. Eric, we are still trying. As and when we get him, why not? We'll put him on air. We say, until Prof. Ken Attafuah's appointment as CEO of NIA is given to Eldo Fuswampofo of the NDC, I won't support his neutrality comment, Debiarada. So the young elephant has no future because he or she is not neutral. The real definition of Osro, Boadi Obuaneho. Former Deputy Minister of Youth and Sport Joseph Yamin in 2014 emphatically stated that majority of the Ghanaian supporters who would be sent to Brazil to support the Black Stars for the FIFA 2014 World Cup will come from the governing NDC. Sir Amwa Bono, Regional Communications Team member of the NPP, and on the way Abrain. This one says, Obi, clearly Prof. Attafuah didn't speak well. Has he so soon forgotten what he went through under the NDC? Already there's groundswell of anger born out of frustration amongst the youth in the NPP. Our people were accused of not applying for jobs. Now the youth are putting in applications, and that one too, some appointees don't want to help. When we put our lives on the line for the NPP, when we put our lives, okay, where were some of them? Regards to Franco Yading and Yaukwakwa, Iliasu Tamale. Good evening, Obi. You have party executives who have done 1st and 2nd degrees in population studies and development, as well as information communication technology. And you go on radio to say President Akufo-Addo has asked you not to employ any party executive. Is the NIA an intelligent picking agency? Prof. Attafuah. Please ask Prof if the party executives are from Kuala Lumpur. And they're betting Krudi show is Kuala Lumpur. Aki Ewo Efia constituency. This one says, we will make sure Ken Attafuah move to the villages to campaign in the 2024 elections. Hobson Yaovi Adoye. This one says, happy birthday to Ellen Kofo Attila of Adenta Frafraha, formerly of Unicredit, from your husband, children, siblings, and the entire family. Ellen Kofo Attila, happy birthday to you. We say Obi, Prof. Attafuah, Munyabutru. Are MPP people Japanese? He is where he is because of the hard work of the very people he seeks to deny employment, all because of some neutrality comment. I will support Honorable Ken on any day for this man to be kicked out. Such a loose comment. Charles Babwaje Dunkwao on Ofin and on the way Abba. But the other thing, then they say, Papa ne say, and you no na air count na the Omanpenny Pena Oye Ede Amano. Glover Mafwa Saman Kese, now in Chicago, Illinois. Senior Obi, I'm highly disappointed by Professor Ken Attafuah's comment. The fact that the president has confided in you doesn't mean you should make comments that will set him up against his own party. This is what we call mouth diarrhea. Piquet in Elembele in the western region. Wow. Also, hi Obi, are Ghanaians really enjoying year of roads policy? One good thing about the NDC is that almost all roads leading to their strongholds are good. But for the MPP, they hardly fix their stronghold roads. Takwa, Mpoho, Wasa, Amenfi Central are all examples of MPP strongholds with bad roads. For the NDC, a lot of good roads can be attributed to them, but less for the NPP. As of now, Takoradi interchange has not been started after the famous fanfare at a Jeep roundabout to lure the good people of the western region for votes. In fact, the NDC has a good infrastructural record in the western region than the NPP. PK, Elembele, and Onodiwe Abba PK. Thank you for your message. Let me see the other ones we have here. Obi, president didn't say anything. Prof should keep quiet. Great Amos is in Tema. This one says that why didn't President Akufo-Addo give Professor Attafuah's position to Joshua Akamba? That will give me a clear understanding of the neutrality he's talking about. Why should I die for a political party? I am sad for the youth of my beloved NPP. Adrianaba Kwekuamponsa from Abeka Republic. Let me see. Where he say, I seriously agree with Prof. Attafuah. So all government CEOs, MDs, Director Generals, EDs must resign immediately, starting with the most learned professor, and allow the Public Service Commission and the office of the head of the civil service to conduct interviews and employ the so-called neutrals to occupy all those government institutions. Why? Political neutrality indeed. Dr. Dakwa is in DC and Onodiwe Abba. Loads and loads of messages already coming through. We say Cosmos Kojo Danso or Asin Central Constituency on a treasurer ewo. Obi, do party executives apply for the jobs with their party colors and party cards? Ask Prof. Attafuah for me. Obi, what the man is saying is true, but he should have not put out such information because his appointment was also political. Clerk in Osu. Why should we continue following the NPP? While our leaders have decided not to employ with the grassroots, let us stop politics. Amuakon Ewonungwa Estate. Obi, I hear the student of UPSA paid to use the Wi-Fi on campus. I understand the government has provided free Wi-Fi for state universities, or it's a lie. Please find out for us. Ato in Takrade. Good evening, Obi. We are all aware that Prof. Attafuah's comment was for the cameras. It is public knowledge that most of the guys they used for the Ghana card registration were MPP members. The NPP should spare us the noise. Dallas, Ampoma, Williams, and now know the way Abba. Obi, I speak on authority. President Akufo-Addo never told him anything. Are MPP members from Kosovo? If Prof. Attafuah thinks his CV got him the NIA top job, it is solely a figment of his own imagination. Why didn't he use that CV to work under the Eswal Mahama administration? Again, why didn't he reapply when the Tamils sacked him, or possibly wait for the unlikely return of another NDC government for same job? If they think they are full and won't support the continuity agenda, they shouldn't put sand in our gari. Samuel, Brian, Boabin, Ezenawoshi. Clearly, Prof's comment will pitch the party and its faithfuls against him. He could have avoided making those comments. Obejin and Newswan Kasa, hashtag Ekosiisen, Alex Martinson is in Koforidia and Onodiwe Abraying. Obi, as a foot soldiers president, I can confirm Prof didn't overlook NPP folks for the NIA contract opportunities, and he won't forget them for future opportunities. Let's forgive Prof for the slip. Kofi Ofosun Cancer, MD Accra Digital Center, and on the way Abba. And he says he can confirm that Professor Attafuah did not overlook MPP folks for the NIA contract opportunities, and he wouldn't forget them for future opportunities. And he's calling on the party fustoges to forgive Prof for what he calls a slip. Okay, in the Kofi Ofosun Cancer, thank you. Let me continue with the messages. Good evening, Obi. We, the grassroots, agree with Honorable Ken. Some of us were campaigning for the party at night in villages, and at the end, this is what they are telling us. Okay, breaking the 8 ampa. Ima, or say Tinkong Apo. Tinkong Apo. Ewo, Ekriapim North constituency. Kojo Dixon says, Obi, don't you think it would have been better for Prof. Attafuah to say that in a different way than to say the president has charged not to employ any party executive, than to simply put it, not to employ unqualified party executives? Since majority has gone through the mail, and then to suffer with the institution, be it a party member or not, but rather hardworking and dedicated Ghanaians. Kojo Dixon, I did not get your message very well. The youth in the NPP want Sami Jemfi to lead the NIA, period. Estate. Good afternoon, Obi. There is nothing wrong with what the professor said. Ken is just exaggerating issues. Enough of the political talk. Henry, our Sun City, Agbogba. Hashtag Ekosiisen on Asempa. We say, Obi, what is the problem with what Professor Attafuah said? His sentiments should rather be supported than queried and politicized. Honorable Ken is becoming a nuisance. He must give us a break with his needless political antics. Okay. Let me see. The messages are okay. Charles Ayalolo. Ose. Okay. Charles Ayalolo Mate, I'll forward your message to them. Don't worry, I'll do that. Ekosiisen is high Asempa 94.7 FM. David Pra say, Obi, let Prof. Attafuah know that he and his people have recruited NDC guys. Please let's note that Prof. Attafuah was not telling the truth. President Akufo-Addo hasn't said anything, and therefore no one should bring his name into this. President Nado wants every Ghanaian youth to be employed. Let's disregard Prof. Attafuah's statement. Thank you. That's from, what's he called? David Pra. David Pra, Regional Communications Director, NPP, Eastern Region. Good evening, Obi. I'm totally disgusted about Prof. Attafuah's comments. Some of us have good qualifications, so Prof should not insult our intelligence. Manki de work, babu de chop. Nana Ekuyamwa Boating. And or the way about Eugene Shen Elliott says, Obi, this unfortunate idea is in NDC too. The belief is that they need to keep party executives working on the field. We in the NDC have already cried blood already. Let the elephants cry too. After all, they are fighting for us since we, the NDC, are coming to power and will enjoy from their woes. Eugene Shen Elliott, and your constituency secretary, Emma NDC, Clotte Kole constituency. And on the way about. Good evening, Obi. Please wish Mr. Emmanuel Adomakun Nyakon and Miss Gifty Amma Lawson, a photojournalist at the Daily Guide newspaper, who got married last Saturday, the 5th of June 2021, a happy marriage. I pray for God's blessings, success, and favor from above. Enjoy your marriage, Mr. and Mrs. Adomakun Nyakon, from Samuel Tay Adano, or a photojournalist, Graphic Communications Group Limited. And on the way, Abba. One name I love, Honorable Sokolala. Also, good afternoon, Obi. I'm highly disappointed in Prof. He should retract what he said. My regards to Honorable Odai Parker, Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the NPP. Hey, Odai Parker, we who fear Chapao. Odai Parker. Chum. Chu me man or die like paka. Ekosiisen sini. Higher Sempa FM. Ma minfa we in twem na min sign back to my messages no. Na ye the discussion segment na hye so enche bia. Abyapong no atena dada. Agbeve Herbal Hospital say Mona soap ni Mona cream na manfo agye atoma e bo adwuma pa ema honam etoso kama unwi efu kama Mona soap and a Mona cream yewo agbeve fever and also no is to fight the onset and the outset of malaria and yewo agbeve tonic and agbeve balm emu bia we adwuma tonic na ye ma de menstrual issues or blood flow issues koko how unya bia ebeko ena balm ne nso honam tutu sisi ya we ya when ya dislocation pompo na aba wo di twiso a ne nyina betimi akọ frey yen was 0246595256 momo milk no on try bi da me pa cho bo modern na try bi momo milk eba in 10 and as a sachet unya bi koko na wo no ma me tre hausa koko de brutal hausa koko na wo di momo milk guma ese wani ensa wo ka kire and ye wo soakings Gary soak Seth update bi oho na bra Gary Soakins and so odi bi egum maske and cereals ni nyina odi bi gum a ekoyi papa momo milk and ye come for edi amount open the do to all leading supermarket and shops ubenya bi 0596913366 momo milk stronger healthier happier and Munim said for the past 5 days no we've been on a Ekosiisen impact project in collaboration with multiple award-winning journalist Joy News's Seth Kwame Boateng, and Yashemo Bose de Biano as and when Yabema mo update Nama who said the Nioma AC Echo Seth Kwame Boateng because Seth
Obi
let's say
Yanko Padom
and he update being a war
and na me buy no o se me pay na me saba say
yes
brother B
Mr. George Otibonsu yes
promise say Mammy no better fridge amano and there what the Osia yo. Oh
wow.
What the 5,000 cities
5,000 cities
to fridge mama no.
Fantastic.
Say yeah sure. Well shipping company so BT na o container bi ho on fam
you know.
Me ba ko.
Yeah provision shop
na man. On say omo di nema ba omo yi nema ni wi a.
Yeah na container no wo.
Shipping company BT na o container wo ho a on che ba ko. Na yegusu a yebe setting up
very important very important
very important I checking on them ho ye doctors so egusu ye de ombetimi bia na e was some de ko surgery into more prepare de ko theater into more prepare no ahwe ba nyame adom ho ye se kakraba into de
and the utie over Facebook Jackson assigned the video no for mo fie no and the long term thing will be say nyame ya adom na bibia to tomu a yebetimi say the na Seth can say 2-bedroom apartment bimpo a
nyame ya adoma
yes na yetimi PBB
because baby omotino say Jackson so picture now for
or the atoso over Facebook obi hu ni sisi a enye say obi pande na no kwa na me ibusa say unza na wo kasa say ne baba panyin na wo school obantema no say opowa
in fact na bema mum na no
bema okay no problem in the opowa was say okokọ dane ma ho e wo konfa no
chi abonten ho
in the about the new yanketo an omo we he
omo wo de odi bema na chi e wo ho o na ehwe wo mo
okay
o na ehwe wo na da me koi na ketua no for months hu ni maame na se do sutare o tutare ni maame ma no se hu mache se me mafie enu ntina wo yesa no
wow
na saa dan no baby omote no obi ensuo tokese a biso se betimi ebu anase mfra mafa kese a ebetimi ebu ehwo aye se abusuafie bi saa na yesi eyie si honom a diso mu efiri honom because imka se potomo no mo da se enimu ho no se omu nyina nkodem wo nti bi da bonten
okay
nti eyie ba ho a baby omdan ho na ye de body nisi
efie we mu
ai ho na ye de body nisi enti ye wo se omo efiri
omo no free dem
baby da
Charlie. Over Facebook, you would see what we're talking about, and that's why we are passionate about this project as part of the Ekosiisen impact project. No, this is just the first in a number of projects. And Yameya Dom Namonso Etiefo Muhuya Moboa, Yabepasi Abeye, near the Abua Afofro. Yes,
and I'm saying, and I do one of my friend, person check in the name of company no nti enche de asempa details ne betu ga a ometimi omompese omo deposit bibi o account you know ometimi a deposit straight amaye
na eno so e ade hia papa na yetimi a formalize. I mean we've spoken about formalizing this process na at least the credibility of the individuals pushing this is not in doubt. By a man here formal
exactly.
na obian so ehumu fine would continuously update you on how Anioma is ultimately see it me in a diner on betnem it means to set, and I think the immediate project is to set the woman up.
Yes.
I don't know the Bibia to my to go and do that.
And say nyame boa no bi chair container.
Yes.
Na you will skaka kra minim say etie for support here.
Support.
Beboa me atoni emagum. Say this is here will be Nyankopon akobi akoma out of free.
Yes.
Mr.
George Otibonsu, CEO of Eco Group of Companies. Yeda na se papa nyame.
Hey, Joseph was saying Nyankopon show.
Joseph was saying
just so MP no baby affairs no one in your friend say.
Oh, okay.
Just so
NEIP
communication say Joseph was
okay.
Also be 1,000.
Wow.
Joseph Nyankopon show.
Wow, Joseph
Nyankopon
papa. Enti mama ye nyina ye mmoa na yentumi enye saade very 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 important. Ma yemfa sa kwen so na yemfa momo number na ntudwa bia 0243 149 169 0243 149 169. Registered name near Seth Kwame Boateng in the 0243 149 169. Yes.
Okay. Timi intie do bi ase Nyankopon show bia. You say Kamal Edu ha there. So on hwehwe han ana
Alhaji Kamal Din Abdullah.
On hwehwe han.
O Oscar Bruta.
Anti minim say wo be bi na no be ka bibi dia support boy no. Container na say
Alhaji Kamal Din Abdullah.
We there. It is
ambush marketing.
It is I sorry them why you offer. Over tina kunya say the envelope akoto so.
Yeah, so
envelope no tina so na wa atam envelope na kuta.
We Matiudi Mijiudi Mitimi aye. Enti and the tier for so better bi. Enti Nyankopon share.
Big man.
Nyankopon shower ahead of time.
Yeah, board dimpa. And the title papa bi ma wa. Yeah no age.
Of course.
Oh
yes.
See we here na say 1 year.
Ahim kwa
be bo.
Minim say na bi sutie. O ye kana koma.
Samia Uku.
Sami Jemfi boy no free kuma say.
Yeah, free. Free bono ba otna kuma.
But say o minim Sami Jemfi party. Minim say ono so be kana koma.
The point is there are many of them out there. It's good to have a start.
Of course.
There are many out there. And do no so ewo ho ado ebi ho mo ya
yente. That's true.
One point,
That's true.
A lot of it,
That's true.
That's true. But it's good we have taken over some of these projects just to create awareness. Because Emma Etima bi eko amount for what I say. But there are many who are there. Moon yes such appeals they are not awakened.
Of course.
You know such appeals in a bar. Na ebuma ya awakened. What I say ya bibi esi West region. Sebi, mami bia,
leprosy.
Leprosy.
Yeah.
And what the vice president of the republic did for her.
Yeah.
I mean, it was touching.
Yeah. That's
very,
true.
very touching.
That's
I say some of these things, no. You know, now I say, adoye mo. Yeah, me name Christopher Bible leka. But yeah, Muslim for the. You say we adoye no. I hear the more you do sadakat, the more no a bit more say na conscious be cry ba. Sadakat na why you know because you never know who you are doing that no to know say oh nyame pa unim. So I think it's very good we appeal to people to
Joseph say you sending 1,000 no.
I will not mention it, but of course
Alhaji Kama o brutal. Enti number is 0243 149 169 0243 149 169. That's Seth Kwame Boateng, registered name no na yenyina yemwa. We need to do this as part of the Ekosiisen impact project, and so they can watch out for the other ones because nipa no bebre and your best friend nyame so be my adom to be able to impact lives, to be able to tag Traders Advocacy Group Ghana or more president Ora Amwaten into or advocate Amoaten or tag ever supported with 500 Ghana cedis. Wow. Enti ora Amoaten yadase nyame nhyiramo na ompija tag inum pempenswa mo pese muhu se tag akọ could do. Ekosiisen Sune, it's Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show. And yes, Eddie Abdullah Kamal Atnase Dada. But we say happy birthday, though belated, to His Excellency Charles Oredu, Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa. Best wishes, bro. Brian Boabena de Weaba. And also the birthday of the Honorable John Jenapo.
June Bonds.
Yeah.
June Bonds are solid.
Too much.
Solid. Too much. Oh, you be
maybe October.
Hey, I'm a June born.
Oh, you're June born.
June born.
It'll be the what year and half in there.
Half in the
okay.
Maybe they no. Okay. 21st of June.
Oh, 21st of June. That's just 6 days after Dominic. Dominic is 15th June.
Maybe June bonds are solid.
And the Dominic is here about 15th June.
You can never beat them to it. Oh yeah, then we are white crowd. No.
But when say legends are born in October.
Legends are rather born in June. Check it. Check it well. Now more moody Halloween. Halloween for making so my daughter is 31st October.
Yes, I mean, Unim, your daughter will be a big woman.
Oh, really?
Oh, I tell you. No, but you know the vice president of the republic is an October born.
October born, oh. Where you are pitching me to. Where you are taking me to. It's
interesting. Okay, we Anthony Nupenu or see June bonds are John Bulls. Anthony Nupenu, but you shana ye to me atwaso. Come on, say Bibi Aboko.
Obi Bibi Aboko. Say yetin kwamwa.
Yes.
Apomuden sa wo hon die. Say asedan